Hello and welcome back to another video. So today we have two different programs to talk about. These have been already discussed in the previous videos rather. However, this time we converted them to a GUI and Console Display. So let's go ahead and get started with it. Alright, so here we have a more complicated scenario with the resource 6, wherein we need to get the initials of the user. In this case, you can see that I use the character, the car, CHAR data type to get the SAE number of the letter that is being input. So we have first NA as the variable equals first name dot car at, and the index is 0. And same for the last name, that would be car last NA equals last name dot car at, index is at 0. So to start off, let me explain as to why we have to convert the string into a character then into an integer. Because a string could not be automatically converted into an integer. However, we can convert it into a character. So let us start with our variable first NA equals first name dot character or car at, and the index 0 to indicate that we are getting the first character. Then once we get the first character, we get the SAE value by converting it into an integer, calling it a different name first as the variable equals the first NA or your character. Same goes for this portion here, and we have already built out as well the formula that will be used for each. So we have the addition, subtraction, multiplication. For division, we will have to do it as a string because of its decimal form. I did try to do it with a double, however, the issue with it is it converts the number to a 0. It does not show the complete set of numbers. So we have string, get the variable quote equals string.format to do a formatting. Percentage at 2f, that would signify that we need the hundreds place, or our decimal would only be up to the hundreds. Then declare it as a float, or variable first divided by variable last. Then we have the modulo, our variable for increment and decrement for first, and increment and decrement variable for last. So you could see I remained of some of my codes for the console output. From this is from my previous code. It's on the other video if you want to get with that. I also just changed it to a simpler form and turned it into a J option pane. You can see that there's something different with my code. At the end of it, you'd see the title, arithmetic operators, and the J option pane dot information message. This line right here is to add a title to our GUI. Let me show you, 1 second. Okay, you can see my GUI. Let's put in the input my first name and my last name. You can see at the top portion where my mouse cursor is, it says arithmetic operators as the title. Then we have the output. Let me also bring this up a little so that you could see what would happen if I press on OK. So you could see that it will automatically show the console display. Same goes for the rest of them. Let me just click on OK so that you can see the beauty of the code and how it proceeds. Okay. And just bring that up here. So once I click on OK, that will print there. And that is the end of the code. Alright, so the second one that we converted into a GUI is the resource 7. This is the use of different string class methods. As you could see, I didn't do much to it. However, what I did was, instead of doing an input, instead of doing the scanner, I did the J option. So yes, our basic input, the string name, the string middle name, J option, input dialog. Again, J option pane is a string, never forget that. And then the last name. Alright, so the options were pretty easy to compile. Instead of doing the enter, this is what I did to my code. You can see that I have them all in one. Message dialog. Because if I would separate it, then it will be on a separate window, which is not really ideal. You want to see all of them in one window. Then we have the part where we have to replace all fields. For example, the first name, middle name, and last name. And again, if you want to know more about the string method video, you can, or the string method topic, you can watch it on my other video. It's in my account, it's in my profile. So we have the new name, middle name, and new last name to replace it. This one is a much more expanded version of it. Then the same goes here. I converted to one show message dialog, and then the other if else statement to show if the first name must change or if it hasn't changed. Okay, so let me run the GUI now and show you how it looks like. Go and add my first name, my middle name, and my last name. So this will be the result to this code. Alright, so let me move on and place it beside the code it's running. So let's say my first name is still Moana. So I'll change this to Gabine and to Burn. So new input, new first name. So I've already pulled up the result. I've run the program. Let us go ahead and test it. Now let us put my first name, Moana. So you can see on the left side of my window, that is the code that's being worked on right now, or that's being run. Save or run. You can see here the results window. Let me go ahead and work on the next part now. So let's say my name is still Moana. Let's just change the middle name and the last. So that's where it goes. So first name did not change. Let's try now working on a different code wherein we change the first name. Say Goodine. So Diera. So let's say it's Moana now. So let's see if it worked. And it did. First name did change. So that's pretty much it to this video. I hope you all love and like the learnings you've had for today. Let me know in the comments if you have any question, and I hope you all have a great day.